Hello everyone, this is a recording for Self-Love You, and I'm just going to talk to you today about being narcissistic prey. If you are someone who is prone to being narcissistic supply, or to being faked out by the narcissist, or fooled by the narcissist, or you're just someone who's had a series of narcissists, been in relationships with narcissists, grown up in a narcissistic environment, then you likely have the word prey on your t-shirt. P-R-E-Y, prey. Like a prey, like a predator is seeking its prey. But what makes you good prey? What makes a person really juicy and good for a narcissist? I know there's a ton of information out there, and I'm sure you know that anyone with a heart, anyone with empathy, anyone who's not a reptile, anyone who is sweet, kind, and in need of love is someone who is good prey for the narcissist. But we're going to go a little deeper than that today, because I want to be helpful to you, to help you to discover what aspects about yourself make you good narcissistic prey, and how to heal those holes in your soul that would be a gateway for a narcissist to enter. Because at the end of the day, it's all about a prey is someone who needs what the narcissist is pretending to offer. So the narcissist has an illusion and manipulates and gaslights a person to make you think that they have something to offer, that is something that you want, that you need, that's valuable to you. And so what you have to do is figure out what it is in you that leaves you open to narcissistic abuse, and that leaves you alone in a field of jackals. Because it's like you're a baby gazelle in a field of jackals, and they just come and eat you alive. Because why? Because you do not have an aspect of yourself that is necessary to fend off these predators. Narcissists do not go after every single person. Every single person is not good prey for the narcissist. Narcissists like easy prey. They like to go the easy way. They're lazy. They don't want to really work for it necessarily, although some of them like more of a challenge than others, just depending. Sometimes a challenging source of supply, a challenging prey, can actually stimulate a narcissist and provide better supply for the narcissist. So the more challenging you are, the better it can be for the narcissist. However, at the end of the day, it's not enough just to be a challenge. You have to be a absolute winner against the narcissist. You have to be completely incapable of being manipulated and destroyed by the narcissist. Because what are they trying to do? If we think about it and we look at the whole dynamics of the narcissistic environment, the narcissistic relationship, what they're trying to do is they're trying to extract narcissistic supply, self-esteem, because they can't generate their own self-esteem. So they're trying to generate self-esteem by making you less than, by taking it from you. And they enjoy the sadistic process of making you hurt. Pain for others gives them pleasure. It's not really understandable to those of us who have empathy, but narcissists do not have empathy, and they're pathologically envious, and they have a pathological sense of superiority. And so these are the things that they are looking for. They are looking for someone who they can hurt, and that makes them feel good. So how do you keep from being narcissistic prey? Well, you want to make sure that you are not prone to the devices and the manipulations of anyone. And how that comes into play is you know who you are. You have a strong, solid sense of who you are, a strong, solid sense of self. and you are able to convey this sense of identity and authenticity in a way that lets people know, I know who I am, and you're not going to pull a fast one on me, and it's not going to work, because I set boundaries immediately. I have limits for my life, and no, you're not getting in. And so it's like if you were a gazelle running along with all the other gazelles, and you're a baby gazelle, and you have a strong man gazelle, a boy gazelle. The boy gazelle, the alpha gazelle is going to know how to run better than the baby gazelle. So you have to be someone that's strong, that can outrun, that can outwit, that can outmaneuver the narcissist. And one of the worst weaknesses that the narcissists go after is any part of yourself that does not feel worthy, valuable, important, lovable, all of those wonderful strengths that we get in childhood between ages 0 and 7 from our parents, that imprintation of goodness that we get from our parents that teach us who we are, and what we deserve. If you have any missing links in those areas, any unmet needs, any aches, any longings, any pinings for things that you did not get in that childhood 0 to 7 years old stage, the narcissist is going to exploit those weaknesses. And so it's very important, if you have had a troubled childhood, or maybe grew up in an addicted home or abusive home, or maybe neglectful situation, or maybe your parents really didn't have the skill set to be a parent for whatever reason, death in the family, all kinds of things can cause someone to have weaknesses as an adult. And so it's very important that you begin to reinforce those weaknesses and begin to heal those wounds, because when your needs are not met as a child, you have open wounds. You are wounded, and you begin to seek out in the world today, in today's world, you begin to seek out answers, and you begin to ask questions. Who am I? Am I worth anything? I don't feel worth anything. Can someone help me feel worth something? And you begin to try to seek validation externally in your environment, because you're not self-validating. So you don't have an internal locus of control. You have an external locus of control, and this external locus of control is driving you to seek validation externally. Well, the narcissist is a pro at seeing this weakness and coming in like a thief in the night and pretending like the big bad wolf, like a wolf in sheep's clothing, pretending that he or she has this value to offer. And because they don't have the equipment, they don't have the humanity, they don't have the warmth, they don't have the aspects of humanity that make one have warmth and empathy and care and concern, they will exploit your weaknesses so that they can feast upon you, metaphorically, but it's an emotional feast, because that's how they get their feeling of self-worth, is from people who don't have their own sense of self-worth. So what do you do? How do you fortify yourself? How do you heal yourself? How do you keep from being prey to the narcissist? Well, this is a really great question, and it's a question that I'm pondering and I'm meditating about. And the answer is quite simple. However, it's simple to say, but in order to integrate it into your psyche, in order to evolve and mature emotionally so that you are not prey to a narcissist, is a lot easier said than done. At least I'm defining it here. I'm defining what has to happen. You must become strong in those areas, and those weak areas that say, I'm not good enough, I'm not lovable, I'm not capable, I'm not this, I'm not that. All of those negative core beliefs, all of those false core beliefs, the schemas that we assumed based upon how we were treated as children in childhood, those assumptions that we made and those answers that our computer, our brain, which is a computation of our worth, all of those assumptions that were made in absence of the truth. So we have to make sure that we don't have those negative assumptions, because we are all beautiful creatures. We're all created in God's image. We are all, part of the divine universe. We're all amazing. And anything that would say that we're not is a lie. And anything that's a lie is going to cause pain. And anything that causes pain is going to cause a wound. And anything that causes a wound is going to cause us to have a weakness. It's either going to cause us to be weak to narcissist abuse or cause us to be a narcissist ourselves, where we have to seek external value externally. So someone who's prey to the narcissist is going to be someone who is not rooted and grounded in themselves. They get a sense of who they are, a sense of their worth and value in a codependent manner in other people, instead of independently knowing and having that still inner quiet voice that says, you are good enough, you are worthy, you will survive, you will make it past this. People that are weak to the narcissist have more immature thinking processes, like all of the cognitive distortions, such as catastrophic thinking and just childlike thinking, tunnel vision, black and white thinking. So internal mental processing that causes them to jump when the narcissist says jump, to be gullible and to fall for the lies of the narcissist, because that's what the narcissist does. The narcissist uses gaslighting and lies to give you the illusion that they're going to provide you with this worth that they are never going to provide. And they cannot wait to the point that they can devalue you and discard you, because that's where they get the biggest bang for their buck. They love hurting others at the end of the day, because that makes them feel superior. And they love people that feel inferior. So I'm going to go into this in more detail, but this is running a little long. But hopefully you got something out of this. We're going to be talking more about how to keep from being prey of the narcissist on the next video and in coming videos. Talk to you soon. This is Jenna Ryan.